So I was just watching the PMP Beta Battle Viewer Video of the Week award, as Rich says. But I was sitting there and I was like, I'm thinking to myself, look at all these people who are narrating battles these days. Look at these just tons of people every day get a battle uploaded on beta. Every day, like hundreds of people upload narrated videos. It just makes me think back, you know, how far we've come these last 3 years. When I started, there were like 7 narrators. That was it, no one else. I was like, this isn't going to be a big thing, but hey, look at us now. We've got hundreds of people uploading daily narrating. So that's your daily nostalgia from me, Zedipus Rex, the 3-year-old YouTubian. 3-year-old YouTubian, does that have a ring to it or what? Anyway, my fellow YouTubians, we have a game here today against Muk56, and I'm using a Pupitar because I say Pupitar, and people laugh when I say that because apparently you're supposed to say Pupitar, but I say Pupitar, so fuck you people who are not British. Even British people don't say that sometimes, but I don't know. Anyway, Galvantula's stab, its main stab in Thunder, is obviously immune. On my part, I'm immune to it, so I'm going to take up the chance to set up my rocks. In comes Politoad, which is a pain in the ass because I'm running Sun. I mean, I'm not running full Sun, I'm kind of running pseudo Sun. So Politoad and Ninetales is not going to be good. But, you know, I don't expect an attract of all things. I just expected him to kill me with a Hydro or something, so I just wanted to get the, not the resistance, but the Sun up so that it would reduce the damage it did to me. But he attracts, so whatever. That didn't work because I'm a female as well. So I could have gone for the Solar Beam there, but I just wanted some residual damage, and I knew it was likely he was going to switch out because, I mean, what would Politoad do in the Sun? Not as much. It could dent me, but I thought he would switch out, so Will-O-Wisp was my best option. He goes out to hack Sarasona, Nonona, Nakusu, and unfortunately for him, it does hit. So I'm going to go to Roserade, thinking, you know, at this point, I could probably set up a growth in the Sun, and be able to utilize that to my advantage, you know, be able to outspeed him perhaps, and then kill him. But apparently he outspeeds me, and even when he's burned, he's going to 2-hit KO me, so I'm kind of like, well, what? That's powerful, and you do sometimes neglect the fact that Haxorus has base 147 attack, which is so disgustingly monstrous that it does, you know, even through burn, it can 2-hit KO stuff, so there you go. Archeops is my Avenger of choice, the Avenger, the greatest Avenger of them all. In fact, his name is Noah, Noah and the Archeops, Noah and the Lost that's Raiders of the Lost Archeops. That should be, I could call another one Raiders, that would be nice. Anyway, predicting the switch, I know he's not wanting to stay in. He knew, I would outspeed him. Hone Claws is good, because Hone Claws boosts my attack and accuracy, blah 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 blah, you get it, there you go. Acrobatics with the Flying Gem. I really am liking Archeops, you know, regardless of that ability it has where it sort of dies when it gets below HP or something. I don't remember what it's called. It's been working out really well. I've been using it in quite a few situations, and it's actually done really good. Really good. You know, really good. And shut up, Zed. So in comes Metagross. Earthquake is my favourite option. I don't think it'll kill even with the attack boost, mainly because Metagross is so bulky and it usually does, you know, have some HP or defensive investment, you know, dependent on the set. So he is going to mash me. And I'm going to live it, not mash me. He mashes me, literally, but the move is not mash itself. It is, in fact, Ice Punch, which I live, you know, surprisingly, but I guess it's not so surprisingly, seeing as he took my Earthquake, therefore confirming he was a bulky variant, and therefore didn't have as much as attack. Added to the fact he has lefties, which confirms he's bulky as well. So, didn't really expect the Bullet Punch. I haven't seen many Metagrosses running it these days, which is why I thought I'd be safe to stay in, but he does pull out on me at the last second, and Archeops unfortunately goes down. So, I'm going to bring in Ninetales here for the obvious Sun setup again, because with Politoad out the way, once I have my Sun set up, I'm at the full advantage for the rest of the match and can hopefully get some sweeping going on. So he's going to send in Onokusu. I could have perhaps gone for an Overheat or a Solar Beam, but the Hidden Power Ground is not going to be quite enough to take him out, and he lives with just like half a smidgen, if not half a quarter. But he does slightly overpredict it. It's not really an overprediction because Outrage is still going to do a nice amount to me. But of course, the better move for him to use would have been Earthquake. So I guess it's a slight overprediction, but also kind of worked out in a way. And as you can see, I mean, even with a burn, it does over half to me, so nothing much to complain about with Haxorus, even when it is burned. So he's going to bring in something that Ninetales afraid of much. The problem for him is that I don't afraid of it when it is in the sun, because he goes for the Thunder. Even with the Compound Eyes boost, he's going to miss just because of the sun. The sun reduces Thunder's accuracy to pretty much a pitiful amount, to where it's pretty much a dynamic punch without no guard. So yeah, he's unfortunately going to miss it, which is all to my benefit. Get a crit with the Overheat, which was about as useful as a crit on a Dugtrio on 1 HP. Essentially, that's how useful that crit was, if you want to put it into layman's terms. You know, I know many people are laymen here because they don't understand half the jargon I throw out my mouth. Anyway, in comes Primeape. I'm like, okay, well, he's outspeeding me, so he must be Scarfed. Little did I know that Primeape is actually generally going to be faster than Ninetales, and he just kills me off with an Earthquake. So my mindset at the moment is, well, he's Scarfed, therefore if I bring in Pupitar, an Earthquake surely won't be able to kill me. I have Eviolite, right? So I can just Screech him, live with over half, Screech him, and then go for an Earthquake to take him down. Now, unfortunately for me, Earthquake does a lot more than I wanted. A lot more than I wanted. So, at this point, I'm like, well, fuck. He's Screeched, but I don't really have anything to do against him. So, I'm like, okay, well, if he must be banded, because, I mean, that Scarf, you know, that wouldn't do that much to a Pupitar, surely. So, I'm going to go out to this guy, and at this point I'm still being a retard, because I still think he's Scarfed, so will fuck my life, essentially. And I go to Ampharos, and Ampharos is going to do nothing, so yay, round of applause for Zed for letting Ampharos freaking, oh my god, I wanted to use Ampharos, really I did. Unfortunately he doesn't. So I go into my eyebrows, because do you look at the size of Hihidaruma's eyebrows? Look at them. So Darmanitan actually outspeeds him because he's choice banded, and I kind of face palmed so hard that I broke half of my face off and it fell off, and then I put it on frickin' what's his name's face instead, Nicolas Cage's face, and then he stole the face from the other dude in Face Off, and it was all a mess. Anyway, Eyebrows is gonna clean up here because all he has left is Metagross. And he has one more thing which I can outspeed and kill with a Fire Punch. Encourage, boost, encourage, Sheer Force. I keep saying Encourage because when Pokesav works I use Encourage. It's called Encourage on Pokesav still, so I still need to update my Pokesav. Sheer Force. Sheer Force is what we're looking for. Life Orb, Sheer Force, Focus Punch in the sun. And I'm not sure whether I'm going to outspeed Roserade or not, but I'm not too afraid of it unless it's going to Sleep Powder me. But then again, it won't be able to do much to me in the sun. I'm not quite sure. But I outspeed it, so all my thoughts about that terrible scenario are out the window because it dies from a Fire Punch. So I managed to make that one up, being 3-1 down because of my stupidity, thinking that his Primeape was Scarfed when it was in fact banded. I don't know why. Even after that Pupitar damage, I still thought it was Scarfed, you know, trying to dig my way out of some kind of hole here. But there you go. It was pretty balanced match, I guess, overall. You know, Darmanitan in the sun is definitely a lot of fun to use. I should probably just run a Scarf Flare Blitz set, but that's a bit too standard. I don't know. It's kind of too broken for words. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. This one's uploading a little bit earlier than usual because I'm going off this afternoon to a friend's house, so I won't be doing an evening upload. It's more a mid-afternoon upload. But then again, a mid-afternoon upload for you people who are living in America is going to be a morning upload, so people there can eat breakfast. Like Elo will probably be eating breakfast when he watches this. That so often happens because he lives like freaking 8 hours behind me. What's the time for him now? Like freaking, he's probably not even awake. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, that is the end of the video. Check out my Twitter, check out my fucking book, and all the other lovely links that you like in the description. I'm going to speed really fast down till the end of the video until it dies, and then I'm going to say goodbye because I love you all. Bye, peace.